Welcome to today's webinar, What's New in Dynamics 365 CRM 2017 Customer Service. Today we're going to talk about just that, all the cool stuff you can find in Dynamics 365 CRM 2017 Customer Service. I am Brian Dunn, Director of Marketing at Quanta CRM, and with me is Mariam Florio, Senior Consultant. I'd like to thank everyone for taking the time to attend today, and today we should run about half an hour. For attending today's presentation, you qualify for our special offer. You can receive a 1.5-day blueprint for a customer service project or customization for $500. That's $875 value. The blueprint serves as the design for your project or customization. To take advantage of the savings, all you have to do is mention this webinar and use the promo code SPRINGCLEANING when you're scheduling the work. And now, without further delay, I'll turn the show over to Mariam.
Thanks, Brian. So now we're going to take a look at the new interactive service hub in Dynamics 365, which is really neat. Currently I have the old dashboard up for the service, and you can see it's just the regular type of dashboard that you normally deal with. To get to the new dashboards, you're going to look under Settings and then Application Interactive Service Hub. If it's the first time that you're opening up Dynamics 365, you'll see a notification in the top bar. You can click on that to get to the Interactive Service Hub as well. But to get to it again, access it for a second time, you'll need to look under the Settings and Application. So I'm going to click on Interactive Service Hub. What that'll do is bring you to some nice tips of helping you get around, and it's going to load in some information. So that might take a second for you to get that information loaded on the first try, or if you haven't been in the Interactive Service Hub for a while. So here's my Interactive Service Hub. It just loaded, and as you can see, there's not a lot of data in here, mainly because I'm looking at sample data and I don't have anything new. Upper right-hand corner allows me to change the time frame, so I can actually select whether I want to look at yesterday, last week, this last month, month to date, etc. Let's change it to last quarter, and as you can see, it's loaded up all the information nicely for me. And the layout's just a lot different, so there are more items listed here. I can do things in line. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. And I can also take a look at charts. So as I click on the chart icon, it'll load those up for me and give me the data at which I'm looking. So the information that happens to be inside of these lists will then load up on the charts. All of the charts are filters as well. So you can click on the charts and actually filter down on the information that you want to focus on, which is really nice. So as you can see, my charts have loaded and they're showing here really nicely for me. So if I click on one of these charts, like let's say I click on low, for instance, in the cases by priority, what it will do is then filter all of the data on the dashboard to only show me cases that are low priority, not just the chart that I'm looking at right here, but everything across the board. And they go to the top of the screen. I can actually X out on that priority, and as you can see, everything else then adjusts on my dashboard. So that does it across the board. So if you want to go to a different dashboard, the flyout visual filters will act the same way. I can also use the global filter. So up in the right-hand corner of these filters, I have other options. So I can actually go into these different fields and choose, let's say, case type, or go into entitlement, first response sent, etc., and then toggle on these, apply the filters. And as you can see, it applies itself across the dashboard, hence a global filter, and then all of my data updates in real time. If you're sitting on your dashboard for a little while and you need to refresh the data, I would recommend using the refresh button that's actually built in to the dashboard and not your browser's refresh button. So I can also then clear my filters and click apply, and then the data goes back to normal. So the look and the feel of the new Service Hub is a lot different than the way that it used to work. To me, it's actually more efficient and effective. As a user, I can go into the cases and resolve them directly on the screen, which we'll look at in a little bit. It also gives me just more options of going through items in bulk and performing actions against those. And it takes me into the normal records. Those look and feel a lot different as well. So if you notice here, this is not the normal case screen that you're used to looking at. This is a little different. It's actually meant to be shown on a tablet the same way that you're looking at it on your browser. So users across the board, depending on what application they're using, whether they're sitting at their desk or they're out in the field, they're going to be looking at the screens the same way, which is also a nice benefit.